bit of time there because one of my two daughters and my two grandsons, who are 4 and 1, live there, and they live in Washington Heights on Manhattan, which, as you probably know, is the very highest point of Manhattan, where Fort Washington is, where George Washington held the line during the Revolutionary War. And when I learned that my daughter was pregnant with a boy, having had 2 daughters myself, I was really stunned by how I was stabbed by a feeling of vulnerability for him in a way that was very different from any kind of vulnerability that I felt for my daughters, which heaven knows girls are vulnerable enough. But to my grandson in the womb on Washington Heights, I lie on my back in Kentucky summer grass, my hat over my face, carried toward sleep by the narcotic sunlight and the cicadas and Tiffany's. In this bright little darkness, my eyes sting, picturing you cupped safely in Lucy's belly, she in the sensible shoes since she snagged her high heel and pitched to her knees in the street. How strange you are, hidden, distant, other, carried on your own tide of blood, grown from an egg into the changeling the ultrasound reveals. Here in this stillness, a moor burrs on the next farm, and in the lake a fish jumps. But underneath your house, the subway rumbles like a troll, shaking already the jelly of your bones. Along for the ride on weekday mornings, you board the A train for Times Square. I fear for you in that pell-mell as never for my daughters. Someday, an Agamemnon might summon you to arms. Enemies may fix you in their crosshairs, you without even bones to speak of. I pray that you will not be flung from your proud city's heights, burst like Hector's baby in the dust beneath the walls of conquered Troy. From this day terror, I am roused by hoofbeats on the ground I lie upon. I fling my hat aside and, dazzled by the sun, make out a buck with half-grown antlers dancing toward me. At my eruption, he turns to stone. The sunlight showers around him. His dark eyes surge and deepen before he rears, whirls, and rumbles back into the shadows, parrying the sword of light.